No way, I'm gonna do a demolition job on him first, and then I want Usyk next. I'm ready for it, and I'm on a roll. So, bring him on.
You might be looking too far ahead, planning big fights, other big fights, but you got to fight right in front of you right now.
No, ask him. I got my mind firmly set on you.
They
You're
better
the
be.
next man. Hey?
They better be.
I just feel like I'm gonna be better than him in every department, and go through him, just go run right through him, and yeah, show him his age in the ring, make him know that he's an old fighter. He's been in wars before, so just show him the wear and tear that's really hitting it.
I'm kind of like Joseph's unofficial promoter. He's a mate of mine. I love him, and I think he's going to win.
When unskilled power confronts established expertise, the outcome remains in question. Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker prepare to fight in a heavyweight matchup.
I can see Parker beating him on points. Yeah. But Dubois is getting bigger and stronger all the time. Like Dubois is a different kettle of fish now 2 years ago. So, when it only takes one fight to paint a picture. Like, I used to be known as one of the hardest men in British boxing. I pull out in the corner against Fraser Clark. I'm a quitter, I'm this and that. You go from one of the hardest men in British boxing to a quitter overnight. But I used to look at Dubois and go, he's got a bit of quitting in him. He's a bit chinny out. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not anymore, is he? Like, he's walked through Hergo, he's walked through Miller, walked through Josh.
A few things in the heavyweight division. First of all, the announcement that Dubois is defending his belt against Joe Parker. Your thoughts on that fight?
I think it's a great fight, and I they're really putting Dan in there. Fight after fight after fight, hard fights. I think Joseph Parker stylistically could cause him a lot of problems with his speed and experience, and he's been in there with the likes of Wilder and Zhang, who are two massive punchers. So it's not like the power that Dan, because Dan's got great power, but it's not something he's never seen before.
Which might change the division's whole structure. The upcoming match stands different from regular fights because it represents a competition of opposing fight techniques along with life aspirations. As a young knockout artist, Dubois continues gaining ground in his career while riding a winning streak.
End of this month, I think a Joseph Parker fight is bigger than Parker, naturally bigger. He punches hard on him, but Parker's on a couple of decent wins. Yeah, beat Zhang, beat Deontay Wilder. They're good wins in good form. Do you know what I mean? He's looking like he's really getting his second win in his career. So if Dubois can beat Joseph Parker after the wipeout job against AJ, he really has established himself as a bona fide world champion.
Yeah.
So, and it's a fight that will be good because you never know because Parker's got all that. He's got bags of it.
I think Dan's just a bit too much on a roll right now. So I do favour Dan, but I can just see how Parker could just nullify and just work his way to a point.
I do. I think he's got the style to beat Daniel Dubois. I think sometimes when you get that big win, you get a little bit carried away. See him in the ring against, calling out Usyk, and if I'm Joseph Parker, I'm just chipping away, working away.
Parker represents an experienced former title holder who brings deep abilities while mainly securing decisions against vicious opponents. Who will win? Let's break it all down. Dubois, the British powerhouse, comes in on a roll, securing back-to-back wins over Gerald Miller and Anthony Joshua. Indeed, the last time he destroyed Joshua in just 5 rounds, it sent shockwaves through the boxing world.
To beat the champion, who's going to win the fight between Dubois and Parker, and I'll see what will be next.
Who would you rather fight out of Dubois and Parker?
The winner. So I think Parker will win the fight. I think that's my opinion. But the winner, I'll face him.
He's just taking it really seriously. I think all fighters just find that moment where they say, I'm going to work harder, I'm going to be smarter. And Joseph, every time you see him, he looks strong. And he's worked really, really hard. I think, by all accounts, I don't know him, but his strength and conditioning trainer, I think it's George Lockhart, has made a massive difference to his engine. And now I think he's taking it seriously. I think he's in the form of his career. And I think he's got the kind of style that will really trouble Daniel.
I like both fighters. I respect both fighters, but somewhere in my gut feeling is telling me that Dubois is gonna win this one, and because I admire his style and I like how he approached the fight. I like Parker as well, but I believe subconsciously I believe Dubois is going to win.
So it's a hard predict because I think this is a truly 50-50 fight, and I like both of these fighters. I think if I have to say something, I'll tell Dubois to come there and don't be overlooking Joseph.
Dubois' most effective weapon is his power. He has an ability to end fights early. That attribute defines him. Yet the further question is, can he really handle a seasoned and as tactically mature a fighter as Parker? The career of former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker is back to life. Following a win over the elite boxers Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang, Parker has established himself as one of the world's best again. Experience with the added element of his adaptability makes him dangerous to any heavyweight in the ring. He fine-tuned the conditioning and adjustments with Andy Lee and strength coach George Lockhart. Arguably, Parker was at his very best under them. His camp insists that this is the factor which will have ring IQ plus defensive skills neuter Dubois' raw power. Holding the view that Parker's style is tailor-made to frustrate Dubois, promoter Eddie Hearn said that he is the best form of his career as he avoids big shots and makes adjustments mid-fight. Even though many seem to be writing off Parker in this bout.
Second one. No soft touch here. Joseph Parker's in the form of his life. Andy Lee has been amazing for him. I spoke to Joe on my podcast a couple of days ago, and he is just absolutely bang up for this. He's put a bit of muscle on. He's got George Lockhart with him. He's got Andy Lee. He's got a great team. Obviously, one of the nicest people in boxing. Daniel Dubois has got the momentum and the confidence now. It's fantastic being around him. He came back from a holiday in Brazil, super sharp. I saw him on the pads, maybe in his first or second training session back, and he looked incredible.
What do you think about that fight?
Which one?
Dubois Parker, if it does happen.
I think Dubois wins it. Because I don't think Joseph Parker's got a strong enough chin. Daniel hits hard. Daniel hits hard. So I see that fight. Daniel winning in 5 rounds.
Parker, who's going to who a lot of people, I think, are underestimating against Dubois.
I think he wins the...
Those who follow his recent comeback know that he has the equipment to make it a grueling, drawn-out battle that would test Dubois' stamina and mental toughness. Still, though, Dubois enters the fray now with the greatest confidence he's ever placed in himself. True, his latest few fights mark improvements on previous ones, showing more maturity in composure and shot selection. His camp, however, believes that his knockout power will be just too much for Parker and ends it early. His proponents believe if clean shots land, Parker cannot survive long. Boxing pundits are still divided on their respective picks.
I like Dubois, man. Dubois a beast. Honestly, I said that from when he fought against Hergovich. I said that, yo, who is this kid, man? I go, this kid's good. And I remember watching that live. And I like the way he fought and how he puts his punches together and how strong he is. And the way he took those fights apart. Obviously, he's coming off a great win against Anthony Joshua. He's going to have more confidence. So, yeah. I think I got Dubois good in that fight.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Like, obviously Dubois hits hard. He's come from like more, I don't know, stepped up. But then also Parker as well. Like they've both come along and they've both like been in big fights. So yeah, I'm really excited to see who gets the win.
Yeah, they've both been on really good form recently. The past year or two.
Both got different attributes, but see made the best.
I think if you need to be honest about it, listen, Joe's a really good friend of mine, but if I want to be impartial and I want to pass comment on things and I want to, I need to be honest about it. It is a 50-50 fight. I think you look at both guys' momentum. Like you just said, Dubois has been unbelievable in his last 3 fights, 3 big wins. You look at Joe, his last 2 fights, especially Wilder and Zhang, 2 unbelievable wins, 2 great performances. I think if you look at both fighters, they're both pretty opposing characters, pretty polar opposite really in their personality, the way they go about things, their journey so far.
Some think Dubois will steamroll Parker into the middle rounds, while others think that Parker's toughness and his ability to adapt will make this fight reach deep waters, in which he can outpoint Dubois. As the man who beat both fighters once, Joe Joyce is of the opinion that Dubois' power is immense, But if Parker survives the early rounds, his durability and ability to adjust to a game plan could be enough to pull it off. Regardless of who ends up winning, the stakes don't get much higher. Victory for Dubois would make him an elite heavyweight, silencing all doubts surrounding his ability to compete at this level. And for Parker, a win will be a declaration that he still belongs among the best and might have another crack at the title. Fight night brings several disagreements between audience viewers and analyst predictors. Parker shows enough power to potentially defeat Dubois, yet Dubois stands as a potential winner with his championship experience. Both fighters are vying for heavyweight supremacy, but the winning boxer will produce flames like fireworks. Who will win this heavyweight bout? Let's see your picks below.